All right, folks, good evening, everyone, and welcome here to Hagerstown High School as we get ready for this evening's JV game, the final JV game of the season for both of these teams. And for a lot of these boys, it'll be the end of the season. Some of them are going to continue to dress and play with the varsity through the sectional, but some of them, as we said, this will be their final game of the season. I am Michael Gain. I'm joined by Scott Knight, as always. We're here to bring you all the action here of as we said, the final game of the season. We are about a minute and a half away from starting lineups. At that time, we're going to make sure everything's set up correctly right now. And it is not, so I have to set some stuff up. So we're going to take a quick break here from the IHSAA, and then we'll have starting lineups when we return.
Winning games and championships is fun, but the true purpose of high school sports is for student athletes to grow as people, not just athletes. I'm Paul Knighty, Commissioner of the IHSAA.
And I'm Dr. Katie Jenner, Indiana Secretary of Education. Hoosier teachers and coaches care just as much about how student athletes are performing in the classroom as they do about how they're performing on the playing field.
They understand high school sports are a tool to educate and shape the whole student athlete, helping teens become the best versions of themselves.
Our teachers and coaches don't just teach academic and athletic skills, they also encourage communication and collaboration, instill confidence, promote a strong work ethic, and so much more. To all our Hoosier educators and coaches, we are grateful for everything you do.
Fans, buy a ticket to your high school's athletic events and thank our educators for making education-based athletics possible.
This is gratitude. This is appreciation. This is your IHSAA.
All right, we're back here getting ready for starting lineups for the JV game. Scott, I'm going to turn that over to you while I get the chat set up so all the fine folks at home can talk to us.
Absolutely. We're getting ready to have starting lineups tonight for the JV teams. For the Royals, it's the usual crew.
The only exception is no Willis.
Yeah, I was going to say, no Caden Willis. So we've got Garrett Shaw starting tonight, Chase Stewart, Luke Schilling, Eli Manship, and Charlie Halcomb.
Yeah, Willis is going to be varsity only tonight. So
good for him.
All right, now we're on. Chat's on. Everything looks good.
Number 24, Brandon Lawson. Number 5, Braden Sanders. And number 35, Griff Dorsler.
Now, one thing, if you notice here, Scott, our roster is way off. I don't know if you were getting that fixed as we were there.
I missed the first one, number 2.
I did as well, so we're going to have to.
We'll call him 2.
I apologize. So the Hagerstown boys are wearing the National Guard uniforms. You've seen it a lot in football, teams doing that. And so they have different numbers than what they normally would. Tip goes to the Tigers. Is that Schmitz? Is that who that is? Number 2?
I have no
Schmitz
idea.
Plays.
My clock is not working.
Okay. Technical difficulties.
We're getting them worked out now, though.
Okay, try that. Now's it working?
Hey, now it's showing up. Okay, so it must have been working, and I just couldn't see it. All right.
All right, so Hagerstown inbound here as we get caught up.
And this Royal JV team has been playing pretty well of late.
Yes, they have.
Stewart comes away with it. I think it was a Manship or Shaw got a steal there.
So Stewart with the ball, dribbles it up top, moves it over to the right side, swings it over to Schilling. Oh, Schilling had an open look, passed it up to get it to Charlie. Swing it around, nice extra pass from Shaw to Stewart.
Yeah, it was.
Chase Stewart.
Good to see that go in for Chase because his shooting hadn't been on point lately. I mean, his game been pretty good, but it's not been falling for him. So
number 5 is?
That is Sanders, Braden Sanders.
Okay. You're going to have to help me, like you said.
35 Dortzler right there. Griffin Dortzler making the move on Manship, and that'll go for him.
That was a nice move for him. Nice sized player, 6'3" post here.
Yeah, he's a big kid.
So Schilling to Stewart. Stewart up top with it. He gets it over to Halcomb in the corner. Back up top to Stewart.
And I can't tell if they're in a 1-2-2 or a 3-2.
Charlie no good.
Big rebound.
Schilling in manship with the offensive board, but he throws it away going to Sanders. Sanders got the steal, but then he is fouled by Chase Stewart, which kept him from getting that fast break.
Chase Stewart. This is first, defense number 2.
I've enjoyed watching Schilling grow as a player this year.
Yeah.
Tried to do a little Spalding move there, poke the ball away. Over and back.
It's the over and back call, as you said. So Eastern Hancock with the 3-2 lead, 5.5 minutes left, 5:21 left here in the first quarter. Let us know how everything sounds. We're trying a new system here that is significantly less setup. So if we need to turn it up or turn it down, let us know. Chase Stewart for another 3.
Yeah.
Three-pointer.
Chase buries another one. He's got 6 here.
Yeah, that smooth left-handed shot.
So there's Sanders running the point. Hands off to Dorsler.
24 is Lawson. That's still that's still Lawson, okay. I believe. And who are we missing out there?
Sanders lost it out of bounds. It'll be Royal ball.
30 is Hare.
I believe they said Tinkle was in the starting lineup as well. Bryce Tinkle then is probably number 2.
That would be 2.
And he looks to be about 5'10". Manship kicks it back out to Chuck. Charlie drives baseline, gets it over to Stewart. Dishes back to Charlie. Long 2 from the corner. Good. Charlie Halcomb with 2 more, and that's going to cause a timeout there.
Full timeout, Tigers.
Coach Irvin wants to talk it over with his team and keep this game in touch here as it's 8-2 here early on. You're listening to the Eastern Hancock Sports Network. We all need to eat more vegetables, but we run into the same problems every time we go to eat them. Carrots and peas just have no flavor. Beans and Brussels sprouts have side effects that will send children running in fear. But there is one vegetable that everyone loves. It's corn. And when it comes to corn, there's only one name to trust: Paxton Farms. Paxton Farms sweet corn has been your go-to source of corn in Hancock County for years. So head on down and grab some. And when you think of corn, think Paxton Farms. All right, so Eastern Hancock with the early 8-2 lead, 4.5 minutes left here in the first quarter of this game with the Hagerstown Tigers. And like I said, let us know. We're trying some new audio equipment, so if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, if you can comment and let us know how everything sounds. If we need to turn it up or turn it down, or if you just say this is terrible, switch back to your old system. Anything's fine.
We like to know you're out there listening. Otherwise, we're just
talking to ourselves.
Yeah, 2 guys who are having a conversation at a ball game, but with a lot of equipment.
By the way, I'm going to go fix the camera real quick.
Nice deflection from Shaw there, and it'll be Tinkle inbounding to Sanders. Gonna make sure our camera angle looks good. There's the trap. Sanders to Lawson to Tinkle. Boy, we are all over it. Nearly a steal, and Schilling causes the jump ball. Thanks for the comments on the sound. Schilling reminds me of a young Teen Wolf a little bit with his tenacity and playing so ferociously up there at top.
There we go. I'm going to blame Coach Bechtel not setting up the camera correctly.
What's he going to do about it? You know?
He's not listening. So.
Yeah. He watches this back without the sound on. I like that, too.
I like how he moved the ball there, but good strong rebound by Landon Lawson.
That's a good job by Shaw. Nearly another steal. Probably should have been a kick ball.
Schilling with nearly another one. Sanders gets it in the corner there to Dorsler. Dorsler. Oh, I thought he stepped on the line, but Chase Stewart going to get tagged with the foul. That's going to be 2 on Chase. Now, did you catch number 1? I had my headset off.
Nope, I actually didn't. Dang it. I didn't pay attention. I'm coming in. We'll have to listen. Our cameraman's going to listen to tell us who number 1 is.
Missed shot there by Sanders. Halcomb with the rebound, then he throws it off of a Tiger to retain possession.
And I have all kinds of special powers at this point, apparently.
I think
if it's doing it again, if I just hit time down. Sorry, Charlie for 3. No good. And Lawson comes away with it for the Tigers.
Try that again. Try time down, make sure it's.
That worked.
No,
well,
it didn't.
This is odd.
Yeah, we're having an issue with our scoreboard here, folks.
Well, it actually did adjust the time. It didn't make it go up and down at this. I mean, it changed the size as well, but
free throw there by Sanders was good. Try it again. Nope, it's doing it.
But it doesn't do it with time up, which is odd.
Hit time down again then.
I guess I'll have to be a little better.
Sorry, I'm technical issues here.
Inbound to Lawson. Now we came out of that timeout really, really playing aggressively on defense and then kind of backed off just a little bit as far as trapping. That one's tipped off Lawson. No, Dortzler by Eli Manship. Halcomb to get it going, and here comes Stewart.
All right, try that now, Scott.
Yeah, that's better.
All right, so now Stewart drives, kicks over to Shaw, up to Schilling up top. Schilling drives, nice take, but can't finish it.
And Dortzler let that go, but it's going to be royal ball.
He obviously thought that was out on us.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. Good inbounds play.
Who was that finished that?
Shaw. And here comes that trap again.
There's the ball movement. Nice take there. Good strong take by Landon Lawson.
Yep.
You got 2 6'3" guys on your JV. And they both look strong inside. It's going to help you. Up top to Halcomb, then to Stewart. Stewart being hounded back to Charlie on the left wing. Charlie backs it back out to Stewart at the top of the key. Stewart dribbles over there on the Tiger word mark, then gets it over to Schilling, back to Stewart. Swings Charlie, gets it inside to Manship, back out to Charlie. Corner 3 on the way is airballed.
That's the second we've been really long on, and I wonder if they're having trouble getting adjusted. Really, really bright in here.
I think they did new lights and new bleachers.
Yeah, I wondered.
Here in the wonderful Hagerstown gym.
They always treat us good here at Hagerstown.
I will say this. I was telling Coach Paxton this. We broadcast from, 30-plus different sites. We've been at 12 different tournament sites, and this has been, without a doubt, the most accommodating site that we've been to.
Oh, absolutely.
Lawson with another 2. Cuts the lead down to 3, 10-7. Royals, 1:06 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and in the meantime, Wennon has checked in for the Royals.
1 minute.
Schilling spins all around, shoots, no good. Shaw with the rebound. And he tries to kick it out to Winnan, and Winnan couldn't handle it. Out of bounds to the Tigers.
I'm curious how we're going to adjust to Lawson kind of owning the paint right now. Bechtel won't sit and allow that.
No.
Comes Markley for Schilling.
Well, normally, they talked about Caden Willis is playing varsity tonight full time. Normally, you'd have Caden's long arms in there to help deter what's going on in the post, but you have both Dortzler and Lawson, both 6'3", inside there. Shaw is strong enough, just not near tall enough for Lawson.
Well, there came the help side defense from Winning, and Shaw comes away with the rebound. And that might be it, just sliding over quicker.
22 seconds left here. Went in with it. Drives, nothing, cuts back out. Nice back cut by Shaw. Oh, nice extra pass, just not enough zip on it, and it's stolen away there by her. 8 seconds. Sanders in the corner to Dortzler. Back up to Sanders with 4. Down inside to Lawson. Lawson can't finish it. Rebounded by Halcomb. And that'll do it at the end of the first quarter. The score, Eastern Hancock 10, Hagerstown 7. If our cameraman will point it at the cheerleaders, I will have a very happy wife at home. So during timeouts and breaks, if you could do that, that would she would appreciate that.
Yeah, and that was a good take by Lawson at the end of the quarter for the Tigers. Had a chance to cut the lead to 1. I think Shaw bodied him just enough to mess up his shot. But he came on strong there late in the quarter.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he had their last 4 points there. After what looked like it might take off and be a royal blowout at 10-3. He pulled him right back in, 10-7 here at the end of 1.
So late arriving crowd, though, from the Tigers. I guess they don't seem to have a lot of kids here at this point, I guess.
Yeah, well, and the band, they have a spot reserved for the band, but, yeah, I haven't seen any students for them. I don't know if they're doing something or what, but I have not seen any Tiger students.
Yeah, not as loud as it normally is.
To begin our second quarter.
It's going to be Shaw, Wennon, Halcomb, Manship, and Markley for the Royals. We just got another new guy, number 3. Got a couple of Tigers we don't know, 3 and 1.
Because they're not on, they're on the roster, but not on the current roster that has the National Guard jerseys. Charlie spins around, no. Nice rebound by Preston Markley, puts it back up and in for 2. His first basket of the game.
So Sanders is going to run the point for him.
Sanders with the ball guarded by Winnan. Gets by Winnan. And takes it all the way in. Nobody else stepped over to help. That's what Coach Bechtel's putting his arms up, saying, why does everybody have their back turned on that?
Yeah, that won't make him happy.
No. Winnan kicks it over to Halcomb on the right wing. Inside to Markley. Corner to Manship. Manship thought about the 3. Gets it over to Charlie. Back to Manship. His corner 3 off the mark. Rebound tapped out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Royals.
Yeah, and I think that first entry pass to Preston, he turned around looking for the pass, not realizing how open he was, and that gave the defense time to recover. But if he would have been thinking shoot, he had a pretty good look.
Charlie finally finds Shaw to get it in. Shaw drives, kicks to Charlie. Open corner 3 again, but Charlie just cannot find the range. I think he's 0 of 4 here.
Yep, struggling tonight. Oh.
Nobody stopped him, but
well,
let's watch the replay on that real quick.
I was going to say, if we had Coach Bechtel mic'd up right now, though, you might not need him to be mic'd up.
No, because that was just miscommunication. Nobody picked him up, and Herr just took it right to the basket. He just couldn't finish. And Eastern keeps the 12-9 lead here.
I think we're missing a little urgency from this group. And for like you said, most of these kids, this is their last game. This is the end of the regular season for the Royals, and JV will go practice, and a couple of them may sit on the bench when we start making a run through the tournament. But this is the last hurrah for them. We'd like to see them play like that.
Yeah, and there are no. You look at our sectional. Our sectional's got some good teams. If we can get Irvington Prep has struggled this year, but after that, the teams that we might play would be Triton Central, Cecina, both really good teams. These guys are probably not going to get much time.
Right. And again, I think Markley, if he looks at the basket as he's pivoting, there we go.
Right. Preston lays it up and in for 2 more.
Preston Markley.
Yeah, as you said, Preston's looking to pass first and score second. And they're all over the pass. If he just turns and takes it right to the basket, he's got a shot. So again, there's Sanders working on winning. They switched off. Nice. Oh, Charlie nearly had the save.
Oh, I didn't think we tipped that. We must have said it was deflected on the on the entry pass.
Yeah. Caden Powers will check in for Charlie Halcomb. Oh, the Royals just not in position defensively.
Bryce Tinkle.
Tinkle knocks it in. His first points of the game.
And just like that, Charlie sat down. He's going to come right back in.
Yeah, we weren't ready for that inbound pass and gave him way too easy of a look. Winning inside the manship. They're going to give him the basket and the foul.
I thought they were going to call that on Eli.
We'll look at the replay here and see what you think.
I mean, we've had crews that would have called that on manship. I like it. I mean, he cleared out space. He was a little low on the block when he got the pass.
So give Eli Manship the basket. His first points of the game. And then rolls home on the free throw. So 17-11 Royals. 6-point lead with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the second quarter.
See if that can get us going. Oh, nearly a steal.
There's the steal. Markley gets it to Halcomb, and then Halcomb stolen away, but they're going to call a foul on Sanders.
Reed Sanders, his first, team foul number 2.
I'm sitting here keeping scoring stats and foul stats, and I forget Hagerstown's one of these great gyms that has a scoreboard that keeps all those stats, and they have a scoreboard operator who does it well.
Yeah.
They go to so many places that can't keep up with that. Powers the long 2. No. Markley tips it back out to Halcomb. Halcomb dumps to Caden Powers. He lays it up and in for 2 more. Caden Powers with 2. His first basket of the game.
Yep, Caden just went to the hole that they left for him.
Save there, and then, Caden nearly with the steal. Slides into what will be the Hagerstown band for the second game.
No instruments for him to get damaged by at this point. So.
No saxophone to crash into.
No.
So Tinkle up top with it. Now Herr swings it over again. We're still waiting. A couple of these guys we still don't have names for because we're waiting on them to take a shot or come back into the game so we know who they are.
Well, that's what number 1 came in, and I was listening, and he never said who it was. Good move.
Oh, nearly a travel there by Herr, but gets it away there to Tinkle. Back to Herr. Shot there, no good. Herr with the offensive rebound, stolen away by Halcomb. Charlie's going the other way. Dishes to Manship, who lays it up and in for 2. Manship has 5.
Yeah, the lead's 10 now.
Yeah.
It was 2 or 1 not too long ago.
It was 14-11 with like 4 minutes and 15 seconds left. And their 30-second timeout here. We're going to take a quick break and hear from our friends at 9 Star.
When moving into a new home, we ask ourselves questions like, who is the best internet provider in town? Well, have you considered locally owned 9 Star Connect? We've become the fastest, most reliable, and dedicated fiber-to-the-home internet company in central Indiana. Our internet packages have been modified, and we are changing speeds at a more competitive price. So give us a look. Visit us at 9starconnect.com. 9 Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
All right, thank you, 9 Star, for your sponsorship. We love the fine folks at 9 Star. They provide you with all kinds of great electricity and internet, and if you still have a landline, you could get that too through 9 Star. So Tigers here trying to, great hustle by Chuck. Up ahead. Check out the replay real quick here, Scott.
Yeah, that was good. I thought Manship would get it. Charlie scrambles for it, throws the Manship up ahead, gets a nice layup, and now we've got a full court man-to-man press. And whatever was working for the Tigers earlier, no longer.
Well, I don't know if they're quartering some guys, but Dorschler and Lawson have not been in here.
Yeah, I wondered because I saw both of those guys on the varsity roster when I was looking through earlier, and that may be, but they even lost their ball handlers. Sanders was out. There's another one. Either that or we tighten up our defense a little bit after.
I think it's been a little of both, but
Coach Beck will give them an inspired timeout.
They've lost that height advantage that they had. So again, Royals by 12 with 1:50 left. They try to go inside there, deflected away. Schilling running the court with it, kicks it over to Shaw. Corner three from Garrett Shaw, no. Tapped, corralled by Sanders. He's going the other way with it.
And that was a really good defensive play by Powers to get that deflection earlier, too.
1:26 left. Number one, again, stolen away by Shaw. Shaw going the other way. Thought about dunking it and decided he didn't want to showboat there. Garrett Shaw with the steal and the lay-in. Shaw's got 4.
Yeah, we're speeding these kids up, and their passing is not nearly as sharp anymore either.
1 minute to play in the first half.
There's we could probably got that one.
Number one drives, takes it to the basket. He's tied up, but that's going to be a foul on Schilling. Coach Bechtel saying that's a loose ball. You can't just let that go.
Yep. You got to assume every loose ball is yours.
Herr goes up and gets it. It's it over to Sanders. 50 seconds left here in the first half. Sanders drives on. Schilling gets the screen, misses the shot. Schilling with the offensive rebound, gets it to the running Manship. Manship lays it up and in for 2 more.
Yep, and that was a beautiful pass and a great finish.
Manship with 9. $20 seconds left here.
Oh, nice show by Powers, disrupted that drive.
Sanders with 10. Gets in, nearly poked away by Shaw. Kick Shaw with the big block.
Garrett got it up at the top and brought it all the way down. Oh, man.
I guess if you're going to get beat, that's a good way to get caught back up and make up for it. 2.9 seconds left here. They're looking to get it in. Schilling with the steal. Schilling heaves it, not realizing how long 2.9 seconds is. And
yeah, that's an eternity on a basketball court.
Yes, it is. And so what a run. It was 14-11 with just over 4 minutes left, and Eastern goes on a 13-0 run in the first half there. So at the end of the first half, the Eastern Hancock Royals lead the Hagerstown Tigers 27-11 here in this JV game. We want to thank everybody who's tuned in watching. We're going to take our halftime break, and we will return with the second half when we return.
Is your car dirtier than the hog barn at the 4-H fair? Have your children made such a mess that your back seat resembles a landfill? Then you need a full-service car wash. And the best place to get that in Hancock County is at Dave's Express Car Wash in Greenfield. Dave's Express offers both exterior and interior cleaning. They also do oil changes and tires. And don't forget to swing by the grill for their world-famous tenderloin. It's a one-stop shop where you can get it all at Dave's Express in Greenfield.
This broadcast is copyrighted by the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the expressed written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back to another week with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig, our weekly conversation about all things IHSAA related. And Commissioner, what a great weekend last weekend. The always exciting, action-packed, drama-filled wrestling championship once again center stage at Gainbridge Fieldhouse and did not disappoint.
No, it did not, Coach. It was 11,000 people were in that facility or Gainbridge Fieldhouse on at the time for the finals on Saturday night. It was action-packed, as it always is, and it was it's just amazing. We have 11,000 people that make that pilgrimage to Indianapolis on an annual basis to watch wrestling, and they're fans. I mean, true fans. I mean, and they're so knowledgeable in the state. It's amazing.
We talk about culture of sports and everything, and wrestling has a passionate culture, as passionate as any other sport that the IHSAA offers.
It does, and it's families that grew up wrestling,
right?
And now their kids, their sons and grandsons are wrestling, and Coach, we're right around the corner, and their daughters are starting to wrestle in this state, and it's I think we're a very short period of time away, and we're going to be also celebrating the women that wrestle in the state of Indiana. So that's coming. I think it's going to be here soon.
Speaking of something being here soon, Saturday, the IHSAA Girls Basketball State Finals, the 48th annual state finals, taking place at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, 1A, Bethany Christian in Lanesville, 2A, LaPel and Forest Park, number 3, and 3A, Fairfield and Corydon Central, and in the nightcap, the 4A championship game between Fishers and Bedford North Lawrence. You've talked about this before, but of those 8 schools, there are a lot of names there that haven't been to a state finals before.
Absolutely, Coach. 5 of the 8 have not been to the home of the Fever at Gainbridge Fieldhouse and the Pacers. And we had the meeting yesterday. I know you were there and also interviewed the coaches. And it's really fun when they come in and they're attentive and they're listening and they're really excited because it's a chance for them to win a state championship. I think and right now our matchups look phenomenal for this weekend. I can't wait to get to this Saturday and watch some more basketball.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA. It's Paul Neidig. And, Commissioner, I'm honored again to be doing the 1A championship on the radio part of the Champions Network. It's even at this extended age of mine, I will have trouble sleeping on Friday night after getting off Indiana Sports Talk because it's a once-in-a-lifetime operation and situation for kids. It's so important, and I feel the pressure. I feel the drama, and I'm happy to be a part of it and look forward to it on Saturday morning.
Yeah, Coach, and we're so blessed to have you and all of our talent. The radio broadcast or the television broadcast, one of the things is we've got basketball guys, basketball people, and ladies that are on the call of those games, and they don't only get who's scoring the points, they get a breakdown of the game and what defense is being played and what offense is being played and how the flow of the game goes. And it's just really good to be in a state that has folks as yourself that really break a game down for our fans and make it live for them on the radio.
Well, you're very kind, and I appreciated beyond words being able to be with all of you on Sunday night for the boys' tournament pairing show. It was great. Greg Rakestraw is an unbelievable force of nature, and it's going to continue to be a tremendous month, weekends of great championship opportunities in the IHSAA. Commissioner Neidig, as always, thank you very much. I'll look forward to seeing you this weekend at the Girls' Championship.
Absolutely, Coach. We'll see you soon.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
When moving into a new home, we ask ourselves questions like, who is the best internet provider in town? Well, have you considered locally owned 9-Star Connect? We've become the fastest, most reliable, and dedicated fiber-to-the-home internet company in central Indiana. Our internet packages have been modified, and we are changing speeds at a more competitive price. So give us a look. Visit us at 9starconnect.com. 9-Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
Hey, Janie, you know what one of my favorite things about high school sports is? Seeing young fans in the stands cheering on their community.
I love watching elementary-age kids wearing their team's colors, holding up homemade signs, faces painted, just full of hopes and dreams. I'm Janie Ulmer.
And I'm Brian Lewis. We're both assistant commissioners of the Indiana High School Athletic Association. We're also both former student athletes who were once those young fans in the stands, dreaming about wearing a jersey for our high school one day.
When you support high school sports, you protect the next generation's dream of representing their high school with pride.
And you ensure the invaluable learning experience of education-based athletics is available for years to come.
So buy a ticket to your high school's athletic events, because it doesn't just support today's student athletes.
It supports tomorrow's too.
This is investing in your community. This is protecting their dream. This is your IHSAA.
Alrighty, folks, we are back, getting ready to start the second half of action. Your Eastern Hancock Royals lead the Hagerstown Tigers in this JV matchup, 27-11.
Really, it was a close game until, about halfway through the second quarter, and
we put the clamps on defensively. And we said that the thing that was working for the Tigers there in the first quarter was getting it inside of their big guys, and their big guys sat the second.
Yeah.
And we were talking, maybe that's a saving. I'm assuming,
right.
Usually you don't sit both your big guys in the, just for fun.
Right, and for the entire quarter. The other thing was a very strategic and well-discussed timeout from Coach Bechtel, where I think he implored and or begged his team to play better defense in a very kind and grandfatherly way.
So, Royals have Schilling, Stewart, Shaw, Manship, and Halcomb on the floor.
Chase just takes that ball away, and I don't think Chase played in the second quarter at all.
No, he sat down with 2 fouls.
Another steal.
Lays it. Oh, can't get the roll. Chase Stewart with 2 quick steals.
Now, he started well. Did he have first 2 baskets or 2 of the first 3, those 3-pointers?
Yep. Then picked up a couple fouls.
Chase is looking longer to me, too, and he's playing defense right now.
Short arms the first one. Second free throw on the way. No good as well. Shaw nearly steals it away. Schilling nearly gets it. Halcomb beats everybody to the floor.
Yeah.
And that was an over and back, but that's an over and back that Bechtel's going to live
absolutely.
with, because when you beat everybody to the floor, Coach Paxton says it all the time, you're going to get the possession of the ball more often than not.
There's a carry that they let him get away with.
Yeah, the fans behind us are not happy about
They're
that.
very upset with an 18-point lead.
Sanders lost it again. Steal there by Stewart, lays it up and in for 2 more. Chase Stewart, the first player in double figures now with 10. Schilling with the steal. He puts it up, no. Rebound by Halcomb. He puts it up, no. Rebound fought for Charlie. It ties up her. Jump ball will go to the Royals.
Maybe they just need to throw it to Stewart. Keep him on a roll. Right now, the Tigers struggling to get the ball over half court.
Number 1 is Tayon Coffey.
Coffey, all right.
I caught that one finally. Halcomb, oh, nice play there to Manship. Check the replay on that.
Manship's having a nice scoring night tonight. He may have just got double figures.
Slips that. Yeah, he's up to 11. Charlie picks up the foul. He was riding that Tiger down the sideline.
We've got 3 of our students in the Hagerstown student section.
I saw that. Coffey, nice take. Can't finish it, though. Rebounded by Stewart. Stewart nearly travels, but gets it up to Manship, up to Schilling. Yeah, Manship. Manship just, and it wasn't intentional. Check the replay here. He comes in for the rebound and just knocked. Who was that he knocked to the floor? Sanders?
Tinkle, I think.
Full court pressure here from the Royals. Stewart pokes it away from Coffey. Coffey tries to save it right into the hands of Shaw, and Shaw lays it up and in for 2. Garrett Shaw with 6. Nearly another steal. Shaw with, what a. Oh, that would have been beautiful.
I feel like Coach Bechtel said, we're going to play some good defense, whether you want to or not.
But right now, it looks like Coach Bechtel smacked a hornet's nest, because
Yes,
our guys are flying everywhere. Look at this save by Shaw. Charlie, I'm going to say something to you about not finishing that beautiful play there.
Yep. Charlie stole an assist from Shaw.
Man, Halcomb can't finish the shot right there.
Nope.
I mean, seriously, it looks like he just smacked the hornet's nest. Our guys are sprinting everywhere right now.
But you like it. Hey, it shows you they're coachable, and the ability is there, and that's probably something he reminded them of as well.
How about Halcomb with only 3 points here?
He's missing his partner in crime.
Another steal there by Schilling. Oh, Schilling.
Okay, so I got to say this. Lincoln Schilling tells me at halftime that both he and Luke have played their worst games here, and this is their kryptonite. So.
There's the replay right there.
Yeah. So good effort, Luke. I got your back. Your brother apparently doesn't. He's jealous of your Teen Wolf abilities.
Timeout there again. Coach Irvin uses another one. I believe we have 4 left. They have 2. I don't know. Something you're pushing keeps getting rid of our timeouts. I don't know.
You know what,
it
though? It's better than shrinking, and
it is. So something, we got to figure that out, because we're pushing something that's getting rid of our timeouts.
Yeah.
It's got to be the fouls, I think.
It may be. All right, let's see if he changes anything up. Still Shaw, Schilling, Stewart, Manship, and Halcomb on the court. And it's only been not even 2 minutes of the third quarter. And the lead has grown by, 10? Somewhere
ballooned up to 25 here.
Yeah.
Now the band There is a cello in the band, or is that a bass? That's a cello.
Hey, you know.
I tell you what, we've been to a lot of games this year. There's been some absolutely awesome bands.
Oh, yeah.
This has been the best year I've seen from bands. And the cello just makes it. Schilling pulls the trigger and buries a three.
Hey, you know, they say if you're going to play in Georgia, you got to have a fiddle in the band. Or maybe if you're going to play in Hagerstown, you got to have a cello in the band. I love this hustle.
It's awesome.
Seriously, the Tigers, I might have been over half court once.
Stewart gets a demand chip up top. Under 5 minutes to play here in the third. Swings it over to Schilling. He's trying to get it on the screen. Gets it up to Halcomb. Charlie drives all the way into the bucket.
There you
lays
go,
it up
Charlie. The squeeze between two guys right there at the end and was able to finish it off. Now, I can't tell if he pulled the pressure off a little bit or if they just ran everybody, they cleared out.
A little of both. Coffey working on Schilling, steps it back, pulls up the dribble. We're back up top to her, guarded by Manship. Little weave between Tinkle and Coffey. Nice back cut. Her can't finish the layup, though. Nobody's going to stop Shaw. He'll kick it over to Schilling. Swing to Stewart. One more pass. Ooh. Chase, no good. Her with the rebound.
Chase, don't swat.
Her, nobody stops him. Gets all the way in.
And
go ahead.
That's what happened in the first half. And Bechtel's saying the same thing.
That's the Tigers' first points of the half.
Wow.
Shaw, nice pass to Charlie. Charlie, too much English on it. Misses the layup. Tinkle loses it. Coffey bodied by Schilling there, and it's going to be a foul on Luke.
And that's legit. Luke playing aggressive and just bigger than Coffey. So.
It's 3 on Schilling.
Sanders.
I find it interesting, too, that Bechtel has not subbed this group at all.
No, not this quarter.
Yeah, I think he is trying to make a point.
Tinkle drops it in, or tries to drop it in. Can't get it. Rebounded by Schilling. Schilling going the other way. Gets the basket and the foul.
And I thought they were going to give that one to Schilling, too, because he gives them a little bit of a nudge there in the way they've been calling him tonight.
I could have gotten behind a call either way because Schilling initiated the contact.
Oh, yep.
That foul went on Sanders. No, that foul went on her. Schilling, we have been awful from the free throw line, though. I'll say that. Schilling missed the free throw.
Have we made any?
We've made 2.
2, all right.
I believe we're 2 of 6. Her drives, kicks out to Coffey. Penetration there. We've still not got a name for number 25. Ties them up. That's going to give the ball to Hagerstown.
Oh, they didn't call it a foul?
No, they called a jump.
I think I may have marked a foul. I just assumed,
Okay.
I think I assumed Eli was going to get called for that. That was some good help side from Manship.
Sanders gets it into Tinkle. Tinkle back to Sanders. Oh, Manship saves it, but saves it right to Sanders, who lays it up and in for 2 more. Braden Sanders with 5. He's the leading scorer here for the Tigers.
Okay, well, that was a travel and a foul or
something.
Yeah.
The Chase tosses it up there. Tinkle comes away with it. Sanders just drives, puts his head down and drives right by Stewart.
Is he going to call a timeout? That's what I want to see.
We got that 30-point lead, and then all of a sudden kind of backed off just a touch. Schilling hands off to Manship. Manship lays it up and in for 2 more.
They're really spreading us out on defense, and we're slow either with our with our recovery or with our help side. The couple times we've had a guy jump over there, we've stopped him, and you can see that it's that weave you were talking about right there again.
Yep.
They're getting around us.
Her gets cut off by Manship.
The Hagerstown team shooting pretty well when they can get to the basket.
By the way, 25 is Mason Rhodes. We've been trying to figure that out for 3 quarters. Chase Stewart. So Rhodes hits that basket. Gets it back up to Schilling. In the middle to Halcombe. Swings to Manship. Corner 3 from Eli Manship. Tries to get the bounce. No. Schilling's going to put it back up and in for 2. Luke Schilling did not score in the first half. He's got 7 here.
Nice job, Luke.
1 minute left in the third quarter. Sanders was going to travel with it, but Eli stepped in to stop him and actually knocked it out of bounds.
Yeah. Just once I would like our fans to yell when we make a mistake as well. Hey, we just carried it.
Yeah, our fans are trying to let the officials know that they missed the travel, but you're right. Wouldn't that be nice if the fans did that? Hey, we messed up.
Very impartial. Nearly another steal. There it is. Oh, look at that.
Shaw up ahead to Stewart. Stewart knocked down by Coffee.
Chase may have whacked the back of his head there in his tumble.
Oh, Jade says it's been fourth quarter of the whole,
Really?
the whole second half.
Hey, all right. I had it in overtime earlier, Jade. Thank you.
There, I'll fix the clock here.
I'm not quite sure how anyway. It's been one of those nights. And they're going to call that on the floor, unfortunately, for Chase. Good pass.
Nice putback by Manship.
Manship going for a season high. It's got to be 15.
15. Coffee saves it, but saves it right to Charlie with 19 seconds left here. Finds Shaw, finds Manship. Nice extra pass. Schilling had Chase. He was just a little late. Up top to Shaw in the corner to Stewart. 3 on the way. No. Rebounded by Schilling. Dishes to Shaw, who puts it up and in for 2 more.
I got to imagine we got a bunch of assists tonight, too.
I'll tell you in just a second when we get our stats here.
3 quarters of play. Close 51, Tigers 19.
All right.
So now we got fourth quarter.
So we're at what?
So, hey, we're going to take a quick break and hear from our friends at Dave's Express Car Wash.
Is your car dirtier than the hog barn at the 4-H fair? Have your children made such a mess that your back seat resembles a landfill? Then you need a full-service car wash. And the best place to get that in Hancock County is at Dave's Express Car Wash in Greenfield. Dave's Express offers both exterior and interior cleaning. They also do oil changes and tires. And don't forget to swing by the grill for their world-famous tenderloin. It's a one-stop shop where you can get it all at Dave's Express in Greenfield.
All right, we're back here, getting ready to start the fourth quarter. Eastern Hancock with the 32-point lead.
He's going to ride with that group again, and maybe it is trying to hit that 35-point lead, and then.
Well, you said it yourself. Last game of the year.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was trying to figure out who. Your kids that were playing C team, maybe you don't want to get them on the floor as much since they had their season.
Yeah.
And I was trying to figure out who we had on the bench still that was a full-time JV player this year. Maybe get him some run. Oh, nice pass, Chase. Ah. Good entry pass. No good, though. Shaw comes away with it.
He's getting harassed by Tinkle, gets it up ahead to Stewart.
Yeah, and he couldn't see Charlie.
Stewart just takes it in, trying to draw the foul. He does on her. That'll be 4 on her, and that we'll see if they call that in the act of shooting or not. Yep, they do. That'll send Chase Stewart to the line to shoot 2.
Come on, Chase.
By the way, you asked about Manship.
Yeah.
Previous season high was 13, and he's at 15 right now.
Attaboy, Eli. That's got to bump you up on my Manship list.
Stewart with the free throw. Knocks that one home.
And Eli just doesn't shoot very often. That's part of his thing. And it hasn't needed to.
Stewart knocks them both home.
Much better.
Coffee coming back in for her. Tinkle with the ball. Tinkle to Coffee. Back to Sanders. Down the corner to Rhodes. Back to Coffee. He drives, and Coffee was trying to get Sanders on the back cut, but couldn't get him and ends up getting tagged for the travel.
Eli and Charlie will have a seat, and Miles and Preston in for the Royals. All right, let's get a bucket here.
Under 6 to play. They get it in. Nice entry into the high post. Miles winning with the runner. Got it. And there is your 35-point lead with 5:39 to go here in the fourth quarter. Nice take there, but he stepped on the line.
Well, and I stopped the clock. I didn't need to. Donovan Watson checks in for Shaw. Here comes Caden Powers and Caleb Rutherford, and we have a completely new 5 on the floor.
So Powers to Winnan. Swings it over to Rutherford. He'll take the shot off the mark. Rebound by Donovan Watson. He is tied up with Rhodes. Jump ball will go to the Tigers. Another season high for points for you. Garrett Shaw is right there. Like he tied his season high for points in a game.
Good job.
Tinkle from downtown, no. Rebound by Winnan, and Powers is off and running with it. Finds Winnan back in the corner, way off. Coffee. Oh, look at Donovan Watson getting on the floor, but Donovan rolled over.
But that's that same hustle we saw from that last group. Now our group's mad because
our fans didn't like that, but he
call it both ways.
He did roll over there.
Yes, he did. But it's the hustle that was important.
Exactly. 4:05 to go. Sanders with it, trying to get it inside. Swings it around to Rhodes. Back to Sanders. Gets it inside to Tinkle. Tinkle working on Rutherford. Hands off to Sanders for 3. Boom. That's the first 3 of the game for the Tigers.
Yeah.
Braden Sanders in double figures with 10. Powers to Winnan. Swings it across to Rutherford. He's got Preston in the high post. Swings it around instead. Winnan drives, puts up the hard shot. No. Tapped out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Tigers.
And I think the last 2 from Miles, he just rushed his shot just a little bit. He knew it was there. Got a little anxious to get it off.
Herr checks back into the game. Sanders working on Powers. Drives in, gets stopped, and Rutherford with the steal. Powers swings to Rutherford. Rutherford, nice entry pass into Watson. Watson's 2, no good. Rebounded by Herr. Herr drives in, gets contact from Winnan. He bakes the basket, and he'll go to the line to shoot 1. As Miles Winnan's going to get picked up with a foul. I've been calling 30 Herr the whole time. That's Tinkle.
I haven't marked as Herr. All right then.
So,
well,
30 is Tinkle, so
All
sorry.
right. Yeah, I apologize. I could have sworn when I wrote it down.
No, it was hard because the way they were doing the intros. I apologize for our Hagerstown fans that have been watching. I wonder if they messed up on the intros.
Yeah, that could be.
Powers to Rutherford. Extra pass. Nice extra pass from Preston Markley, but Donovan can't finish. Markley with the rebound, no. It's knocked around, and Sanders comes away with it.
I do like that the defensive intensity did not lessen with this other grouping.
No, you're right. So 2 is her. That's what that.
All right. Well,
so we had those two mixed up. Yep. I bet you that they messed it up in player intros. And that's where we got those two mixed up.
That sounds right. We'll go with that. Good pass.
Went into Powers. 1:43 left here in the game. Eastern with the comfortable 31-point lead.
Yeah, they missed Markley underneath, though. He had worked himself free. And you can see him get back behind that zone right there.
There, you got him in the high post. Rutherford going to take the shot anyway. Hits the shot. Nice 3. Caleb Rutherford gets on the board for his first basket of the game.
We've got nearly everybody, don't we?
I think Donovan's the only one that hasn't scored for us. Tinkle takes it in, puts up with the left hand. Tinkle's got 8, and we have 1 minute left to play here.
1 minute.
Went into Powers, high post to Watson.
Yeah, I like that. Good ball fake.
Went in, going to leave him open for 3. He takes it, air balls.
We'll call it a pass.
Rutherford gets it, and Rutherford got into the lane, and I think he was afraid of getting blocked there. He pulled up and then couldn't decide what to do with it and gets called for the 3
And he was a little far under the basket to even try to put up kind of a scoop shot.
Her nearly stolen away. Back to her. Pump fakes, gets Donovan in the air. Nice move by her. Can't finish it. Caden Powers with 15 seconds got that rebound. He's going to try to dribble it out here. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to get Donovan a shot just because he hasn't scored, but nope, they're going to hold it. And that'll do it here. We're going to end the JV season. And that should be, I believe, we move to 16-3 on the JV season. Great season. The only 3 losses were to New Pal in a game that we didn't have Caden Willis that game. Pendleton on Tuesday night, they hard-fought loss there, and then Wapahani. So 16-3 for this JV group, a great season for these young men.
Absolutely.
And it was we saw a lot of guys develop. We saw Schilling step up and develop. We saw Shaw step up and develop. So a lot of guys, sophomores that really stepped up that probably going to help a lot next year at the varsity level with so many seniors graduating.
Yep.
So for the end of the JV season here, the Eastern Hancock gets the win here at Hagerstown, 58-26. We'll see you for the varsity game. If you're watching on IHSA TV, stay put. Facebook or YouTube, we will see you at the new link.